How's it going, everyone? So, I've been thinking about the most recent chapter of One Piece, and I don't know which way to go about it. Luffy is literally taking on an admiral, and he's taking on one of the five elders by himself. He's literally turning them into pizzas or whatever you would want to call that. They're like slinkies to him. He can do whatever he wants with them. It's kind of unbelievable for this point to actually be here, and I'm very hyped for it. But there are a couple things I am wondering that I bet you guys are also wondering. Why isn't Saturn taking any damage? Is Luffy using Haki to fight him? Because now we're getting to the point in One Piece where it's kind of just like in initial, or what is it? It's just like it's instinct where Haki is going to be used no matter what. When you're in the new world, you're gonna have to use Haki to beat anybody or have a chance against anybody. But we haven't heard Saturn say he's using Haki, and we haven't really heard Kizaru say like, "Oh, that Haki's super powerful. I don't know if I can break through it." Because when we watched Kaido in that fight, Kaido was preaching about Haki like no tomorrow. He was preaching it, and he was like, Luffy is using Haki in a way he's never seen before, and how it like flows through his body, and it's like he doesn't even realize he's using it. And I'm wondering if that is the case right now. Is Luffy actually using Haki during his attacks against Saturn and Kizaru? As of right now, it seems like Luffy's just having fun. Like he's in it, but he hasn't seemed to. You haven't seen any of that Conqueror stuff coming through, and maybe he is using it because that's why he's so confused why he can't damage one of the five elders. But it just seems a little weird that no one's talked about his Haki like they did in the last fight against Kaido. Another thing I've been thinking about. When Goldie Rogers got the One Piece, did he have to face the five elders? I want to know if the five elders thought that the One Piece was so well hidden that they didn't even care about people attempting for it because no one actually knew what it was, and they had no reason to put it on lockdown or prevent like the word to spread about it before Goldie Rogers. Because if that's the case, then Gold D. Roger did not have to deal with the five elders because they didn't even think anybody could make it there. And now we're at the point where Luffy's close to getting to the island, but it's still far away in the future, and the five elders are already intervening with him to prevent him from getting any further at Egghead Island. Did Goldie actually have to deal with this much power? Did he have to face this adversity to get to the island? I hope Oda does give us some more flashbacks with Goldie. I'm assuming he will because why not? He's going to keep this going as long as possible. But I would love to see a flashback from maybe one of the Gorosei that sees Goldie in a flashback. I remember having to deal with him because as of right now, it seems like Luffy is dealing with much harder road than Goldie ever did. He's fighting much harder opponents than Goldie ever did. I don't know how strong Zebek was, so I could be wrong. But it just seems that Luffy is truly at the point where he might be the strongest character in One Piece right now. And that's kind of crazy to say because the Gear 5, it kind of can do whatever you want. And it's kind of insane that every time he turns into it, it's like it's a new Super Saiyan. If we're going to use that type of connection. Every time he uses this, he can change his body, he can change his form, he can change whatever he wants to do to the people around him. And you never know what's going to happen, which I really do enjoy. But it's like, it's making it hard for Oda to create bad guys to fight Luffy. He might have made him too strong, and I think he did say that. So I just don't know. I'm very intrigued on what's going to happen next. I'm loving the anime too. It's freaking awesome. I actually got my cousin into it. He's on episode like 500 now. Just got through Marineford. He's hooked. Anyone who watches it past that's going to be hooked. It's just how it is. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think. Is Luffy the most powerful person in the show? In the show right now, is he stronger than Shanks because he's dealing with the five elders? Pretty like as of right now, he's not really having too many issues with dealing with them. He's just having issues with putting damage on them. If those hits that he had actually did damage, I think he'd be money. I think they'd be over right now, which is crazy to think. So I can't say that Saturn isn't strong because he's super durable. It's as you can tell, or maybe it's something like the damage he takes is put somewhere else, and someone else is taking it, and Luffy doesn't even know why. I don't know. That's just like crazy thinking. And also, do you guys think that Gold D had to deal with this much adversity, or did he have more of an open path to get to the One Piece? Let me know what your thoughts are. I'm loving it right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a good one.